Alright, what's up you guys? Welcome to another action figure review. As today I'm going to take you back to 1997 to the mystical world of Tao as we take a look at the Warriors of Virtue figures. Now, if you don't know who the Warriors of Virtue are, they're basically the inspirations behind, I guess you can say, Street Sharks and Ninja Turtles, but also involving martial arts. So if you guys remember in the 90s, martial arts was a huge phenomenon involving Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, WMAC Masters, Power Rangers, and more. Of course, this property involves anthropomorphic characters, as that was also a heavy hitter craze in the 90s where you had these animals like Street Sharks and Ninja Turtles, Mighty Ducks, and Biker Mice from Mars alongside Extreme Dinosaurs. You know, all those animals that could actually have humanoid characteristics, and of course you had to bask in on this glory. So if you haven't seen the 1997 movie, I highly suggest you go ahead and check it out because it is pretty cool for what it is. There's very minimal articulation for these figures, so I won't go too deep into it, but I really wanted to focus on the aesthetic of these figures because they just look freaking badass and they're very nostalgic and hold a very special place in my heart. So let's go ahead and take a look at these figures and see how great they really are. Alright, so the first figure we're going to be taking a look at here is Yun, which is the warrior of water and the virtue of benevolence. Now, he is the leader of the Warriors of Virtue, and this guy has been gone through a lot of turmoil and trauma within his storyline within the movie, and which I won't really spoil, but trying to find their own peace and leaving the group and then coming back later to, realizing that the group needs them and he also needs the group them himself. But the figure itself is really, really awesome. I love the blues, the different shades of blues that they used for this figure. A lot of different layers and texturing as well, which is really awesome. I do like the face sculpt, which, they each have their own style and unique design sculpting of faces, which is really cool. So they have a distinctive style to it, which I really like. And again, the shoulder pads and the little different gradients of blues really make this figure pop a lot more. He does come with this translucent sword, which is really awesome, and he does have a nice emblem necklace around his neck, which is pretty cool. And overall, I just love how this figure just turned out because he's really badass and just offers a lot to the movie itself. And really cool to see that. I feel like NECA would be the only toy line within the new era to really create these modern updated versions of these figures. And if not, that would be a shame because these are very underrated and overlooked toy line and movie property and deserves its own recognition to make a comeback. But regardless of where they go with this, it's a really, really awesome movie, and he really shows a lot of great character depth within this movie, and overall freaking awesome. So that is Yun. So the next character we're taking a look at is named Lai, who's the warrior of wood and the virtue of order. Now this guy is actually my favorite character within the Warriors of Virtue line just because he looks more older, he has a little more wisdom, and he has such a very dark and gritty voice in this movie. Now within the character trait of this particular figure, he's basically the hothead of the group and has like such a temper and wants things to be done his way, but nonetheless, I love how he really wanted to just carry on the team and kind of like the second in command, but because of his anger and temper, a lot of it gets the best of him. But regardless, I love how his face sculpt has a little more age to it compared to Yun, which is really cool. And because he's the warrior of wood, he has a lot more of the green, earthy tones in terms of the greens and the browns, which looks absolutely incredible. I love how he has like these wooden panels around his torso, which is pretty cool, and a nice little cool necklace. He has a wooden staff, which is similar to Donatello from Ninja Turtles, which is really cool. And I love the fact that when he uses it in the movie, he really kicks a lot of ass, which is really awesome. Again, same sculpting and texture and layers, which is really great. Different shades of green, which I also do like. And then he also has more darker tones within his feet, which is really cool. His tail looks really badass as well because they use their tails within this movie as well to kind of kick some bad guys' ass, which is really cool. And then the back is roughly the same. However, again, I really feel like NECA would be a great company to kind of bring these characters to life. And I just love how even if you look at all the other characters within this line, they're also all different color schemed in terms of character modeling and face sculpts, and also shades of color in different versions of, I guess, kangaroos for that matter. So really cool, great looking character. I just love the fact that he's this green because green is my favorite color. But again, I would love to see a company remake these figures, and seeing these little striations around the ankles is pretty cool. But yeah, I just love these darker greens, lighter greens with the browns. Really makes the figure pop a lot more. And on top of that, his ears are also, dangling in a different direction, which is really cool. And his eyes are more like bloodshot red. So yeah, that's pretty badass. Other than that, not too much to say, but it is a really cool looking character. So that is Lai. And up next within this roster, we're going to be taking a look at the character named Tsun, who's the warrior of earth and virtue of loyalty. Now, Tsun is the only female of the group, and she is actually very caring, charismatic, and just a lovable character, and shows a lot of human nature to the group, because without her, all these hot-headed male kangaroos would have definitely caused a lot of rifts between each other, and the bond of brothers would have definitely been dispersed. But overall, I love how she has more of an innocent looking face, nothing too rigorous there. She has a lot of flowers wrapped around with a nice little, again, more earthy-ish characteristics, and more different tones of coloring, which I do like. More groundy, earthy tones, which is really cool. And because she is very humble, she offers a lot of humility, and just a lot of love that she gives to the group, and comes with a really awesome looking sword. Very cool looking design that she has here, kind of like feathers, and again, flowers and feathers are like her really good trait that she has. And she's more on the lighter side when it comes to the color of the actual kangaroo itself. You can see she's very more brighter, and just overall a very nice looking character in general. And she does come with this nice pouch that goes around her shoulder, which is pretty cool. And she does look very nice, but at the same time she can kick a lot of ass, so don't get too fooled by how pretty she looks in terms of a figure form. But regardless, it's really nice to see that they added a female within this group, because if it was just all males, then it would have definitely been a Ninja Turtles scenario. But overall, I just love the fact that she just looks very simplistic in terms of design and aesthetic, but carries a lot of weight to the team, as again she keeps everyone grounded and in check. So it's really awesome to see them add this kind of character. And again, the straps and the strings all around the wrists and stuff, the cuffs look really cool. And again, sword looking pretty awesome. And yeah, facial expression is cool. So not too much to say about her, other than she's another great character added to the roster of Warriors of Virtue. So that is Tsun. So up next, we're going to be taking a look at the character Chi, who's the warrior of fire and the virtue of wisdom. Now, this character is more of the playful one. He loves sparks, he loves fire, he loves flames. Kind of more on the adventurous side, so we can say like a little bit of a Michelangelo-esque, but not really. Takes it more seriously, but the overall aesthetic is just awesome, because this character just loves causing sparks and stuff, which is really cool. But what I really love about this character design is that he has these really cool flame effects that goes all throughout the torso and bottom half of the outfit, which is really, really awesome, giving us the multicolored flame effect of red, orange, and yellow, which I really, really do like. The beiges do complement the figure itself, and the pant is all cool, nice, like the olive-ish brown and greens with a cool little ropey material around the ankles, which is very nice. He's more of the mix between of the browns and oranges of the kangaroo style, more of a sturdier, stern face, but again, he's very playful, kind of not really happy, but just like a kid at heart kind of thing, just wants to see things explode into a certain extent. If you see in the movie that all these individual layers do move when he's doing the fight scenes, which is freaking awesome. And I love how the right shoulder has that one little strap that goes around it with a little shoulder pad, which is really, really awesome. The face sculpt, again, looks really great, as this one's more not as detailed as the rest, but has its own style and unique design to it, which is really awesome. And like I said before, all these figures have unique textures and styles around the outfits, which looks really cool. Love the ropes and stuff in the background of it, which is really awesome. Adds a lot of depth to the figure. And even again, the little strands or straps that goes around the bottom half of the torso, the waistline looks really, really cool. And I just love how they use different colors to kind of give it a nice sculpting detail to it. And like I said before, they're very minimal in articulation, but I really wish that they have like knee joint articulation, elbows and wrist articulations and all that, because aside from moving the necks up and down or the arms up and down, there's really not much to it, but I would love to see them kind of revamp these figures in a more better and unique aesthetic. And this figure does come with a really awesome weapon. It's like a long, I guess, stick with fire flame effects, like a spark. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it's really cool. I mean, not too much to say about it, but I like it for what it is, and nice little flame necklace around the neck as well. So that is Chi. Alright, and the last character we're going to be taking a look at is the character Yi, who's the warrior of metal and the virtue of righteousness. Now, this character has kind of gone through a lot of other trauma within this movie, and he basically is the silent one of this film, and he does not speak. He does a lot of hand movements to show like his gesture and what his actions are going through, and a lot of the times in the movie his facial expressions is really cool because the animatronics does a really great job in giving us the emotions that he goes through. And that's one of the things I love about the 90s movies, is that they use a lot of animatronics to show the emotions from the facial expressions. But the cool part about this character is that the outfits look absolutely awesome. I love the medals, the grayish, the whole like style of the silver tones and grays really complement each other with a little light, like purple-esque designs, which is really, really awesome. And of course, like I said before, he's the warrior of metal, so he has a lot of these metal things, and of course the weapon right here, which is a metal ring, it plays a very pivotal role in the movie, and it's a really awesome weapon to kind of kick bad guys' asses and stuff, which is really awesome. And the whole sculpting and design of this guy is just absolutely incredible, really, really cool. And I just love how the tail of this character has like different shades of browns and purples to complement the orange and lighter browns in there, which is really, really cool, and has more of like the sculpted fur on the feet. And other than that, like I just love how this character's facial expression is more kind of like how Lies is, where it's like more older and with wisdom. It just has like a unique twist to it in terms of his ears are also sticking outwards, which is really cool, and his necklace is pretty dope as well, each giving them their own specific symbol, which I do like. And overall, the whole design and outfit of this is just phenomenal. It's one of the coolest looking characters, and besides him being a mute, it's really, really a cool looking character. And so that is Yi. Alright, you guys, so that was my Warriors of Virtue collection. Now, there are more characters within this line, as we have all these other human characters, but I want to really focus on just the actual kangaroos themselves. Now, again, if you guys haven't seen the movie, this is also considered like the Kangaroo Movie. So, it's a really just awesome martial arts movie. I highly suggest you go ahead and check it out because it's one of my favorites, and something just collectors should have in general because it's really nostalgic. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode.